Hello, everyone. Welcome back to English with Podcasts. I am Emma.
And I am Leo. And today we are going to do something we have never done before.
Intriguing. What is that?
Today we are going to teach you how to argue on the internet.
Leo, we are not teaching people to argue.
Okay, we are going to teach you how to express strong opinions about football on social media in English, which sometimes looks like arguing.
That is more accurate. And honestly, this is one of the most requested episodes we have ever had.
Because here's the reality. You watch the match, you have feelings, strong feelings. You want to post about it in English, but you don't know what to say. You don't know how native fans say it.
So you stay quiet, or you write in your own language, or you write simple English that does not capture the emotion.
Not anymore, because today we are going to teach you the exact English that football fans use on social media every single day.
Live tweeting during a match, reacting after the match, defending your team, respecting the opposition, replying to rival fans, hashtags, captions, everything.
And here is why this matters. Social media football content is the highest engagement content on the internet during major tournaments. Millions of people are posting about football in English right now.
And if you know the language, you can join the conversation. You can express yourself. You can connect with fans around the world in English.
Let us begin with the most exciting part, live tweeting a match.
Exciting. Live tweeting is when you post on social media while the match is happening. Real time, real emotion, no filter.
And the language is short, punchy, direct, because you are typing fast. You are feeling the moment. You don't have time for long sentences.
First phrase, in the box.
In the box. You type this when a player gets into the penalty area with the ball. Something is about to happen. A shot, a chance, a goal maybe. In the box.
2 words, but every football fan who reads it knows exactly what's happening. The tension is building.
Example, you are watching the match. A winger crosses the ball. The striker controls it inside the penalty area. You grab your phone and type, in the box.
Next phrase, what a strike.
What a strike. You type this when a player hits the ball with incredible power or technique. A strike is a shot. What a strike means that shot was extraordinary.
Example, a midfielder receives the ball 30 yards from goal. They hit it first time. The ball flies into the top corner. You type, what a strike.
3 words, but every fan who reads it feels the moment, the power, the quality, the shock.
Next phrase, VAR check.
VAR check. VAR stands for Video Assistant Referee. When a big decision is being reviewed, you type VAR check. It means you are waiting, you are nervous, you are hoping the decision goes your way.
Example, a goal is scored. The celebration begins, but the referee points to his ear. He is checking with VAR. You type VAR check, and you wait.
2 words that capture an entire moment of anxiety. Every fan knows that feeling.
Next phrase, and this one is emotional. Oh, come on, ref.
Oh, come on, ref. You type this when the referee makes a decision you disagree with. A bad foul decision, a missed penalty, an unfair yellow card.
Example, your player is tackled unfairly. The referee does nothing. No foul, no card. You type, oh, come on, ref.
This phrase is universal. Every fan has said it. Every fan has typed it. It captures frustration in 4 words.
Now, let us move to the next section, match reaction posts. This is what you post after the match is over. The final whistle has gone, and you need to express how you feel.
And the language here is different from live tweeting. It's not about what is happening. It's about how you feel about what happened.
First reaction phrase, scenes.
Scenes. 1 word. When something incredible happens, when your team scores a last-minute winner, when your team qualifies against all odds, you type 1 word, scenes.
It means the scenes of celebration, the scenes of joy, the scenes that will be remembered, but you don't need to explain. 1 word says everything.
Example, your team scores in the 90th minute. The stadium erupts. You type scenes.
Capital letters, no punctuation needed, just pure emotion in 1 word.
Next reaction phrase, unreal.
Unreal. You type this when something happens that you cannot believe. A goal from the halfway line, a comeback from 3 goals down, a performance that defies logic.
Example, a team is losing 3-0 at halftime. They win 4-3. You type unreal.
2 words would be too many. 1 word is perfect. Unreal means beyond real, beyond expectation, beyond belief.
Next reaction phrase, get in.
Get in. 2 words. This is what you type when your team scores, especially when it matters, especially when it is unexpected, especially when it changes everything.
Example, your team is losing. A substitute scores in the 85th minute. You jump off your sofa, you type, "get in."
Again, capital letters. No exclamation mark needed. The words carry the energy. Get in means the ball is in the net and everything changes.
Next reaction phrase, and this one is the opposite. Heartbroken.
Heartbroken. 1 word. You type this when your team loses in a devastating way. A last-minute concession, a penalty shootout defeat, a tournament exit.
Example, your team is seconds away from winning the trophy. The other team scores an equalizer, then wins in extra time. You type, heartbroken.
1 word. But every fan who reads it understands. The pain, the disappointment, the emptiness. Heartbroken is not just sad. It is physical. It is emotional. It is total.
Next reaction phrase, robbery.
Robbery. You type this when you feel your team was cheated. A bad referee decision, a controversial VAR call, a goal that should not have counted.
Example, the other team scores from a position that was clearly offside. The referee allows it. Your team loses because of that goal. You type, absolute robbery.
Robbery means something was stolen. The result was stolen. The fairness was stolen. You are not just disappointed. You are angry. You feel injustice.
Now let us move to the next section, defending your team online. This is when people criticize your team and you respond with pride, with facts, with passion.
First phrase, anyone who doubted us owes us an apology.
This is a powerful phrase. You use it when your team proves the critics wrong, when everyone said you would lose, when everyone said you were not good enough, and then you won.
Example, your team was predicted to finish last in the group. They win the group. You type, anyone who doubted us owes us an apology.
This phrase is confident, it is bold, it is direct, and it is deeply satisfying to write after a big win.
Next phrase, we knew all along.
We knew all along. This means you always believed, even when others doubted, even when the odds were against you. You never stopped believing, and you were right.
Example, a young player is criticized for months. Everyone says they are not good enough. Then they score the winning goal. You type, we knew all along.
This phrase is a statement of loyalty. It says, I believed when others did not. I was right, and now everyone else can see it.
Proud. Now let us move to the next section, respectful post-match comments. This is how you show class after a match, whether you won or lost.
Because football is not just about passion, it is also about respect, and the best fans know how to show it. In English.
First phrase, well played.
Well played. 2 words. You say this to the opposing team or their fans after a good match. It means you acknowledge their quality, their effort, their performance.
Example, your team loses to a better team. Instead of complaining, you type, well played. Better team won today.
Respectful. This phrase shows class, it shows maturity, and it earns respect from rival fans. Well played is the handshake of social media.
Next phrase, credit where it is due.
Credit where it is due. This means giving recognition to someone who deserves it, even if you don't want to, even if it's your rival. If they played well, you acknowledge it.
Example, a rival team plays brilliantly. You do not support them, but you type, credit where it is due. They were outstanding today.
This phrase is important because it shows you are fair. You are not biased. You can see quality even in your opponents. That earns respect.
Next phrase, class act.
Class act. You use this to describe a player or a team that behaves with dignity, a player who helps an injured opponent, a manager who praises the other team, a team that wins without arrogance.
Example, after the match, the winning manager praises the losing team publicly. You type, class act from the manager. Respect.
Class act means quality beyond football, quality of character, quality of behavior. It is the highest compliment you can give online.
Warmly. Now let us move to the next section, hashtag and caption English. This is how football fans write short, punchy English online, the visual language of social media.
Hashtags are a language of their own. They are short, they are specific, they connect your post to millions of other fans instantly.
First hashtag type, the team hashtag. This is simple, your team name, Manchester United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Barcelona, Real Madrid. You put a hash symbol before the name and you are connected to every fan of that team in the world.
Second hashtag type, The match hashtag. When two teams play, there is usually an official hashtag. Example, Liverpool versus Manchester City. The hashtag might be LIVMCI. You use it during the match so your post appears in the match feed.
Third hashtag type, the tournament hashtag. World Cup, Champions League, Euro 2024, Premier League. These connect your post to everyone watching that tournament.
Fourth hashtag type, the emotion hashtag. COYG, which stands for Come On You Gunners for Arsenal fans, YNWA, which stands for You Will Never Walk Alone for Liverpool fans. These are identity hashtags. They tell the world who you are and what you believe.
Now, captions. Captions are the text you write under a photo or video post, and football captions have a style: short, punchy, emotional.
Example captions. 3 points. 3 words means we won. We got 3 points. Simple.
Another caption, up the Reds, or up the Blues, or up the Arsenal. Up the plus your team nickname. It means support, pride, belonging.
Another caption, we go again. This means we lost, but we will try again next time. Resilience, determination, forward-looking.
Another caption, till I die. This means I support this team forever, until death. Ultimate loyalty, no conditions, no exceptions.
Now let us move to the most challenging section, replying to rival fans after winning and after losing.
Because this is where it gets tricky. Emotions are high, pride is involved, and the wrong words can start a war.
So we are going to teach you how to reply with grace, with humor, and with class, whether you won or lost.
First, replying after winning. The key here is confidence without arrogance. Celebrate, but do not humiliate.
Phrase 1. Great match. Both teams gave everything.
This shows respect. You won, but you acknowledge the other team's effort. It makes you look generous, not arrogant.
Phrase 2. Enjoy the 3 points. See you next time.
This is a friendly, confident response. You are telling the rival fan, we won today, but we will meet again. Friendly rivalry, not hostility.
Phrase 3. Football won today.
This is a beautiful phrase. It means the match was so good that the sport itself was the winner. It elevates the conversation above rivalry, above results, into something bigger.
Now, replying after losing. This is harder because you are hurting, but how you respond defines you as a fan.
Phrase 1. Best team won today. Congratulations.
Best team won today. This is the hardest thing to type after a loss, but it is the most respected. You acknowledge the truth. You give credit. You show class.
Phrase 2. We will bounce back.
We will bounce back. Bounce back means recur, return stronger. This phrase shows resilience. It tells rival fans, you won today, but we are not finished.
Phrase 3. Pain today, motivation tomorrow.
Pain today, motivation tomorrow. This is poetic. The pain of losing becomes the fuel for the next match. It transforms defeat into energy, loss into purpose.
Now, humorous replies, because humor is the most powerful weapon in online football debates. It disarms, it entertains, and it wins respect.
Phrase 1. I have seen my team lose in ways you cannot imagine. This does not even make my top 10.
This is brilliant. It says, yes, we lost, but I have suffered worse, much worse. You think this hurts? This is nothing.
Phrase 2. VAR saw something nobody else saw, as usual.
This is sarcastic. It questions the technology. It questions the decision, but with humor, not anger. Sarcasm is the English way of complaining without losing dignity.
Phrase pre. We were robbed, but I'm used to it by now.
This is resigned humor. You feel injustice, but you have felt it so many times that you almost expect it. It makes rival fans laugh, and it makes them respect you.
Now, let us put it all together. A full social media matchday experience from start to finish in English.
Before the match, you post, big game today, come on you Reds, hashtag Liverpool, hashtag LiveMCI, hashtag Premier League.
During the match, live tweeting, kickoff, here we go, 20 minutes in the box, 30 minutes, what a strike, goal, get in, 40 minutes, penalty appeal, oh, come on, ref, halftime, 1-0, looking good so far.
Second half, 55 minutes, VAR check, nervous, 60 minutes, goal conceded, oh no, 1-1, 70 minutes, on the back foot now, 85 minutes, goal, scenes, unreal, 90 minutes, full time, 2-1, winner.
After the match, reaction post. What a performance. Proud of every single player. Scenes at the final whistle. Hashtag up the Reds. 3 points. We go again.
Replying to a rival fan, great match. Both teams gave everything. Football won today. Respect.
That is a complete match day on social media. In English, from kickoff to full time, from tension to celebration, from live tweeting to respectful replies.
Now let us review all the key phrases one final time so they stick in your memory.
Live tweeting. In the box. What a strike. VAR check. Oh, come on, ref.
Match reactions, scenes, unreal, get in, heartbroken, robbery.
Defending your team. Anyone who doubted us owes us an apology. We knew all along.
Respectful comments, well played, credit where it is due, class act.
Captions. 3 points. Up the Reds. We go again. Till I die.
Winning replies, great match, both teams gave everything, football won today.
Losing replies. Best team won today. We will bounce back. Pain today, motivation tomorrow.
Humorous replies, I have seen worse, VAR saw something nobody else saw, we were robbed but I'm used to it.
Amazing. That is the complete language of football social media. Every moment, every emotion, every situation.
Now here is what we want you to do, and this is the most important part.
Pick 5 phrases, just 5, from the entire episode.
Write them down, save them on your phone, and use them during the next match you watch.
Live tweet using In the Box and What a Strike. React using Scenes and Unreal. Reply to a rival fan using Well Played or Football Won Today.
Because using these phrases in real situations is what transforms them from vocabulary into your language, your voice, your English.
If you post scenes after your team scores a last-minute winner, native fans will immediately recognize you as one of them. You speak their language.
If you reply to a rival fan with Best Team Won Today, congratulations, you will earn respect instantly. Because class is universal in any language.
These phrases are not just words. They are identity markers. They tell the football world, I am a fan. I know the language. I belong here.
That is what we teach at English with Podcasts. Not textbook English, real English. English that people actually use in real moments, in real conversations, in real life.
Subscribe to English with Podcasts right now. Every episode teaches you real English that real people actually use in real situations.
Share this episode with a friend who loves football and wants to post in English. Watch the next match together, live tweet together, challenge each other to use 5 new phrases.
Tell us in the comments, which phrase are you going to use first? Which one surprised you the most? We read every single comment, and we genuinely love hearing from you.
And if you want extra practice, listen to this episode again, but this time pause after each phrase and say it out loud. Match the emotion, match the energy, make it yours.
Because practice is what transforms knowledge into skill, and skill is what transforms a learner into a speaker.
Football on social media is a global conversation, millions of voices, hundreds of languages, but one shared passion.
And now you have the English to join that conversation, not as a visitor, as a participant, as a fan, as a voice.
You started this episode not knowing how to talk about football on social media in English. You finished this episode with every phrase you need, from live tweeting to match reactions, from defending your team to respecting your rivals.
From the sofa to the screen, from the stadium to the phone, from football to the world.
Goodbye, everyone. Go and post about your next match in English and let us know which phrases you used.
We believe in you. You've got this. Goodbye, everyone.